Coach, I just want to start off with you guys are ranked now.
Yeah.
I mean, things change at all, or what kind of talk do you have with your team about that? How big of a deal is that to be number 25?
Well, we're human, and we'd rather be ranked than unranked. Rather win than lose, all those things, right? We'd like for our numbers to continue to improve. And so our guys, hey, let's accept it. It's what it is. It's okay to feel good about it. It's cool for our fans, but doesn't mean anything in terms of our ceiling and reaching our potential, anything like that. So our guys have handled it really well. It's on paper. Again, it's probably celebrated for 15 minutes, but we got to get better. Had a really good practice just now, just stepping off the practice floor. Went mostly mental yesterday, a lot of skill stuff, a lot of film, learning from the Cincinnati game. But our guys understand we've got a ways to go. Again, had a really good day of work today.
10,000-foot view, though, Mike, before we let the top 25 go. It's 2 years in a row after the program hadn't been ranked for 14 years. What kind of statement does that make about the direction, the overall direction?
I think it speaks to the way that the university and Jerry and Josh have pushed men's basketball and given us opportunities, given us the resources, the fix, if you will, with the facility, right, with the seating, the rearrangement of where everyone is in our arena, I think was a big factor. Our home court advantage has become a much bigger factor, getting us in line with the rest of our league. We've said it for a long time. Georgia can be good in basketball, right? There's no reason we shouldn't be. So we're pretty good, but the rest of our league is too, and we got to continue to get better.
One more news item: the home and home with North Carolina was announced. What does that mean to play you got a blue blood here in the conference, or 2 or 3, but to get a North Carolina interconference game like that, what does that mean for you?
It's a really cool thing to be able to play home and home with somebody like North Carolina, a program with that big of a name and brand, and we jumped at the opportunity quickly, and we look forward to it.
Did they approach you, or you approached them about that?
They actually approached us, just looking for a regional opponent, again, which kind of speaks to, I think, where we are as a program. That North Carolina wanted to play a program like us, and we start on the road, of course, which would be challenging. It'll be challenging when we get them here down the road, but those are the games you want to play as you continue to grow your program.
When you talked about learning from the Cincinnati game, what were the main things you took away from that? Communication
has been something that has been a detriment for us, especially defensively. And again, I've said this a bunch in the past month. We've thrown a lot at our guys. We're doing different things defensively, which makes communication even more important. And so it's not a generic, basic defense that we can just get really good at because there aren't a lot of reads or a lot of changes. We're playing a defense that can change throughout the possession. It can change throughout 4-minute segments of the game. We're pressing in different ways, zoning in different ways, switching in different ways, and so we've got to talk at a higher level. We've got to block out at a higher level. That's our biggest defensive number, that we're focused on. We've got to shoot it better, of course. But again, I like our shot selection. I think that number will continue to increase, to improve. But those are the biggest things.
There's been a few times this year where you guys get down 10, 12, and doesn't seem to be any kind of panic. You guys work your way back. What is it about this group that you think allows them to withstand those kind of runs and be able to respond?
I don't think it's anything that we do in particular as a staff or anything we preach. I just, honestly, I think we've got some guys that have quiet confidence, that have a little bit of swagger to them, that think they're pretty good individually. And when you've got 4 or 5 guys like that, I just think it gives you a collective, pretty healthy level of confidence.
And whenever you decided to go this tempo, the style that you're playing right now,
Yeah.
Did you make that call before you started bringing guys in from the portal, or after guys were started coming in?
Started pivoting that way probably mid-portal, and then finished it that way. when we realized we were a couple pieces away from it fitting in this regard. Those last couple of signees fit what we're doing. It starts with Santo when he wants to come back and he's potentially the best shot blocker in college basketball. And then you get Dylan back, and then you're able to sign Cannon. And I can't remember the order. And then we got some speed and quickness guys, right, with Smurf and Jeremiah and Jordan Ross's ability to get downhill. Jake Wilkins, Blue Kane as an improved overall player, and improved athleticism, and Blue Kane's just worked really hard to become a very good athlete. His speed's improved. At that point, we thought that this was the style we were going to shoot for, offensively and defensively, and we also knew we'd be collectively a much better passing team, which has shown and allowed us to play fast and be productive in space. This team's got a high ceiling. We've got to continue to shoot for it.
And I know you don't like looking ahead stuff, but once the SEC play starts, you guys, like everybody knows, is 11 deep right now. I mean, guys going 10 or more minutes. Do you see that continuing, or are you going to have to cut this rotation a little bit at all? You think that's going to have to be the case?
We don't have to do anything. We could play 7. We could play 11. I don't know who not to play right now. The 11 that are playing have been productive. Certain games you might have a couple that don't play as well as maybe those other 8 or 9, but I believe in all 11. Does that mean we'll still be playing 11 in a month? I don't know.
You mentioned the tempo. Was there a point in the off season where you could kind of see, okay, this was our idea, but it actually looks feasible with what we're doing?
Probably, we competed a lot this summer, so probably by July, we thought this could work for us. And we're still a ways away from really figuring out, of our 6 or 7 things we're throwing at the wall defensively, what are our 2 or 3 biggest strengths, especially against the highest level opponents. You know, there'll be a couple more pivots in league play, and we're trying to get better this week. You know, with these last couple opportunities before we break, and offensively as well. You know, we've added a couple wrinkles here the last couple days, and we'll continue to do so. You know, we've scored a lot of points, but there's also there's been some games and some segments in games where there's not a great flow at times, although we end up maybe scoring 80 or 90 that game. When it comes down to it, in our league, the best defensive league in college basketball, when we're stuck in a half court with 5 minutes left, who are we getting the ball to, where, and how, and what are we executing? We've got to figure that out as well.
Take 2 more questions.
You mentioned Blue a moment ago. In addition to his scoring, I think he's 5.5 rebounds, second on the team in steals. Just how integral is he? Is he the glue guy now? It looks like he's kind of filling up the box score.
We've got a few of those guys, I think, that do a lot. Is he important for us? Yes, absolutely. He's one of the most improved players in our league over time. In year 3, he's a completely different player than he was in year 1. He's worked at it. He's bought into trying to become a winning basketball player, starring in his role, you know, whatever his role may be that game or that practice, embracing other parts of the game other than catching and shooting, which he comes off a game, he goes 0 for 7 and had arguably his best game of the season, right? 0 for 7 from 3. If he went 0 for 3 or 4 from 3 as a freshman, he may not have gotten back in the game, but that shows how much he's impacting the game in different ways. He's turned into a very good player at this level, a good SEC player, which means you're a really good player, you know, to be a good player in this league. And probably the characteristic that epitomizes him most is simply toughness. He's a tough dude. He's competitive. He's not going to back down, and he's got some of that quiet confidence that we talked about earlier. He's a tough, confident kid that just continues to get better.
Last question for Coach.
We talked about, obviously, the 3-point shooting a lot. As a coach, what is your game-by-game goal as far as percentage goes with that? Mm-hmm. And if you guys could just hit, for example, 30% for the game, how much difference would that make in what you guys are doing now?
Oh, it'd be huge. You know, and it's happened at times where we make threes and we look different. The defense is going to dictate our shots, and there's not a certain amount that we want to shoot. There's not a percentage. I'd like to shoot 100%, right?
Sure.
But I want our guys focusing on A shots. Let's just take good shots, driving kick threes, transition threes, corner threes, offensive rebound kick out threes, extra threes, right, where we've got a C and we can make an extra pass to our right or to our left. And I want our guys shooting with confidence. We in a game where we didn't even shoot as well as we have, where we struggled, for the most part from three, there were still 4 or 5 that I think we should have shot. And it gives us opportunity. You're not turning the ball over, right? And our offensive rebounding has improved throughout the season. It gives you a chance to chase it too. And on those nights where you're making shots, as long as you continue to get better in all those other areas, probably a pretty good team that night.
All right. Thanks, Coach.